great team win. Proud of our guys, the way they competed. Thought we pitched very well. We had a script going into it that we wanted to throw Walker Cleveland to Noah Renard to Jake Denner to get to the 7th or 8th so we could go to Chase Allen and Cam Weston, and all those guys pitched very well and threw a lot of strikes, and our defense stayed into it. And then offensively, it looked like it was going to be very tough there. First 8 hitters, and that's an elite pitcher on the mound in Poland. He's got nasty stuff, but it was great to see. Jake Marty kind of opens it up with a 2-out rally base hit, and then what Clark Elliott and Joe Stewart did, I think, gave our guys a ton of energy and confidence, and we were able to string the quality at bats together after that. Had some big 2-out RBIs, but all in all, great team victory.
Open up for the players.
Joe, what were you looking for from Poland the second time around after you struck out at first?
Yeah, for that AB, it was just kind of changing the approach a little bit and trying to be maybe more on some off-speed pitches. Luckily, missed on a few and got into a positive count, and then was just looking for a fastball to smash over the heart, and luckily got one and got it in the air. And it's sometimes on a pitcher like that with really good stuff, you got to change the plan. And kind of take what he's given you, and that's what we were able to do.
So Cam, the story of this postseason really has been the pitching finally finding its form, and over the past few weeks, you guys have really been able to put together your best performances when it really counts against Iowa and Rutgers in the last 2 games of the Big Ten tournament, and today against the host Louisville. Today specifically and overall, have you changed anything in your mindset, and what has the staff been doing very well to chain these performances together?
I think the biggest thing is everybody's having a lot of fun out there. I think everybody trusts anybody. Everybody trusts that if they don't get the job done, that the next guy will pick them up. And I think this is just the most fun we've had all season. I think maybe in the beginning we were a little bit too tight, worried about the more outcome focused and just being in the moment. And I feel like now just everybody's having a lot of fun out there.
Coach, if you look at the ERAs of your first 3 pitchers that are 8.5 point, 6 point, are they misleading? These guys obviously pitch pretty well in tournament play.
Yeah, I mean, the numbers, you can throw them out the window. Their numbers all season have nothing to do with how they threw today. And like Cam just said, and the question that was asked, it's a different mindset. And the numbers have been different as they've followed a belief system and a mindset that these guys are pitching with. So, yeah, we do have some numbers that maybe don't reflect the quality of the way we're pitching it right now.
Cam, it looks like you've been pitching the 9th inning your whole life. What is it about your preparation is different for you personally when you're pitching in the back end compared to when you're starting?
I think just having trust in my teammates, just letting my defense work. I mean, I'm super confident that no matter where they hit it, that I have the guys that I want behind me. So it's just, they kind of give the confidence to me almost. It's not really like, I mean, I just trust them, and I wouldn't rather have anybody out there. Like, those are the guys I want behind me.
Joe, last night you had a relatively and abnormally quiet game. What over the course between the end of that game and the start of this game, what, if anything, did you change in your approach both mentally and physically, and how do you feel it translated to today?
Yeah, it's those games happen. It's been a really fun year, and part of the thing I needed to get a lot better at was that kind of mental toughness piece, and EB and these guys have really helped me with that. I think in the past a game like that maybe would have rattled me a little bit, but just the approach really doesn't change. You kind of stick to it and understand that approach is what got you to this point, and understand that those things will turn, and you just got to trust that.
And then one for Joe. This is your first NCAA tournament appearance as a player. You're a 5th-year graduate transfer. How how does it feel to walk into the NCAA tournament for the first time at the very end of your college career and not only perform well but get this far?
Yeah, it's awesome. You know, when you obviously go to a big school like Michigan or my previous school, Michigan State, you know, that's the dream. You want to play in a regional, you want to play in those big moments. So this is something that I've wanted to do for a lot of years, and you know, it doesn't really matter that it came a little later. It's, you know, we're here now, and I'm just enjoying every second of it. This is the group that, you know, I want to do it with, and it's been so much fun, you know, doing it with these guys.
Anything else for the players? Okay, you guys can take off.
Thank you.
We'll open it back up to Coach.
Coach, is there anything that you told the team after that, after pulling Lewis through the lineup the first time, and it's pretty dominant, you're trying to get them to kind of wake the bats up a little bit?
We just talked about making a simple adjustment of, you know, maybe letting the fastball get a little bit deeper, and instead of taking too big of a swing, just taking what he's given us, and then if we can catch an off-speed pitch out front, then great. But yeah, we just gotten some better counts, and guys were able to sit on some pitches in some certain counts, and but yeah, the way he was carving us up the first 8 hitters, it looked like it was going to be a long day. So credit to our guys. It's one thing to say it, it's another thing to go do it, and the quality at bats that they had the second and third inning, or the second and third time through the lineup, significantly improved.
And then expand that thought a little bit, talking about Jake Marty's struggled with the bat a little bit, but hit the ball well last night, had some tough luck outs, and then really we've talked about him being the guy who kind of broke the momentum of Poland today.
He did, yeah. It was a big hit. He was ready to hit a fastball early and jumped on it, and that kind of settled us down a little bit. But yeah, it's, you know, he's struggling because he's not getting the results, but he stays in the lineup because he keeps hitting the ball hard, and we value hard contact and we value quality at bats. So it's hard to say he's struggling when he's, you know, squaring up balls as good as anybody. So, but he's definitely a spark, and he uses his speed. He's, you know, been able to move the ball. He's a bunt weapon as well. You saw that with the safety squeeze today. So, you know, very versatile guy offensively, and we'll keep running him out there.
So Eric, similar to the question I asked Cam earlier, what about this pitching staff this postseason has kind of changed that, has enabled them to get the job done on a way they struggled to during the regular season, and especially get the job done so well in games like today, where Connor O'Halloran isn't available because he pitched yesterday, Cam Weston and Chase Allen had pitched yesterday, so they might be a bit tired. What has enabled the staff to go out on days like this and put up some of the best performances of the season?
I think when you're a player and you're legitimately staring at your season being over, right? It puts you in you have a decision to make, and you can either, you know, you can either go quietly, or you can embrace the moment and immerse yourself with each other. And I've heard a lot of similar talk lately, as I've heard in the past, about, you know, they don't know how many games are guaranteed left, and they're just going to immerse themselves into one another, embrace the moment, have as much fun as they can possibly have. It's one thing to say it, it's another thing to go do it. But simplifying our approach on the mound has been the key. And if you look at, you know, the things that we value of developing their stuff, commanding the ball, being able to control the game with their tempo and the running game and so on, and then their mental game, being able to slow themselves down. We basically eliminated one of those buckets. Your stuff is your stuff. You got what you got. It's June. It's the end of May. It's June. Go out there and compete with what you got. Location wins in college baseball. And so, you know, don't be afraid to pitch inside. Be able to pitch down in the zone. And they're just embracing that. They're doing that. They're pitching with quick tempo. They're throwing it, you know, a lot more with an attack mindset than a nibble mindset. And it's great to see. And, you know, all of them that are getting in there are doing that. And even there's guys that are coming back on short rest that, give me the ball, I'm good today. It's like, no, you're not. You just threw 90 pitches yesterday. It's all right, I'm good today. No, you're not. You know, but it's just, it's a different feeling because they all want to be out there now.
Louisville stranded 12 runners, and I think 8 of them were in scoring position. Some of them got there with 1 out and didn't score. Did you guys do anything particular in those situations to try to minimize damage and really hold them down?
And we're just trying to get people out. Louisville's an excellent offensive team, one of the best that we've seen all year. So some of that was luck. I mean, they hit some balls hard. You know, when Chase came in against Usher with runners at second and third, first pitch of the line drive right to the second baseman. So some of that's a little bit of luck. Yeah, we're just, you know, it's 9 against 1 when you're on defense. So if you're the pitcher, you got 7 guys standing behind you wanting the ball. So it behooves you to throw it in the zone and let them play.